Spotify is introducing messages. Now, this came as a shock to me, but also when I stopped and thought about it for a bit, I realized it kind of makes sense. It seems like Spotify is slowly, and it's doing a very good job at this, creeping into the social media space. We saw this recently with them adding videos to Spotify and being able to see music videos and clips and such, similar to what we already see on Instagram and TikTok. And just adding DMs is kind of like the cherry on top. They're not calling it DMs, they're calling it messages for now. And then in some of the images as well, it does look like they're still being pretty humble with it in terms of using this icon and not necessarily having its own dedicated button yet. First of all, I can see why they're doing it. Obviously, it's going to keep people in the app for longer. It makes users less likely to go over to Instagram or Snapchat or whatever to share music. Now they can do it internally in the app. And obviously, if they're on the free plan, that means that if they're spending longer in the app, that means they're getting exposed to more adverts, which of course means more revenue for them. And then also, off the back of that, they're allowing this feature to work between premium members and free members. So everyone that uses Spotify for free will still be able to send music the same way to those who are on the premium plan. And those who are on the premium plan can send it to free users. So they're almost creating their own internal marketing system, whereby now whenever a premium user sends music to a free user in the app, they're going to get hit with adverts. So now you have your own users advertising to themselves. Pretty genius if you ask me. Apologies for the interruption. I was just editing this video and I went back to the website really quickly, and I did see that there is actually a video here for us to watch. It's 44 seconds long, so we're going to check it out. Yeah, I think this is going to have a much bigger impact than we realize. What I didn't realize is this section here. I didn't realize, well, obviously not, but I didn't see that there's actually going to be a dedicated messages section like this and a prompt to start a new message. I don't think they're going soft with this at all. They are directly competing against every other communication platform there is. It also starts to make music have more of a currency to it. Currently, when we share music, on YouTube and Spotify, we're limited to maybe a like or a heart, or just an emoji to show our appreciation of the song. It's rare that we're directly necessarily speaking about it. Of course, those who enjoy music will speak about it, but there's not really a space or encouragement on other platforms to do that. So by Spotify again in integrating DMs, it means that people are going to be more likely to talk about the music, which I think is great for community. It's great for growth of the artists, and it starts to make music almost matter more, because like I said, it's now going to have this currency, because people are going to be more than just liking the song. They're going to be responding to it, talking about it. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. And also, even things like artists can connect with their fans better. You might not be directly DMing the artist, obviously, but again, it means that fans can now collate in certain places. This could open doors to, say, broadcast messages from artists, or it could open doors to group chats, or it could open doors to more premium features for the artists, where they may now want to start monetizing their music on a high level. Maybe they can create group chats whereby you have to pay to get in. All of a sudden, I'm now subscribed to The Weeknd because I want to see what he's sharing with us and such. They're removing that extra tap, that extra need to leave the platform by bringing the DMs directly into the platform. And I can see people spending hours just texting their friends inside Spotify because they're both just there listening to music. I like the idea of maybe texting them and you can see exactly what they're listening to at that time. I can see, long distance relationships will benefit of this. I just think it's insane. But obviously, with the introduction of this, I can imagine Meta and TikTok are going to definitely be looking over the back of their shoulders now, because they're going to realize that music, which is probably one of the most important things, they're going to have their own, a majority is going to have their own ecosystem. So now Meta's going to have to find a way to fight that. They might see a drop off in usage or sharing of music to stories and things like that, when people know now that they can just find it within the app. Again, we could, I don't know how far that Spotify are planning to take this, but I wouldn't be surprised if down the line we start seeing people pay more attention to their followers and followings on Spotify. Instead of necessarily posting pictures to Spotify, maybe you're posting your favorite songs and you have a profile to see your favorite songs, and prompts and comments around these things. Like, I can see it becoming a really important social media channel, and it and like I said, Meta and TikTok looking over like they're in trouble. Personally, I'm on YouTube Music right now just because I get YouTube Premium with that, but this feature is genuinely making me really curious, so I'm considering going to Spotify just because I would love to be able to use such a thing. Even like events and such, you know, event brands, I run events, this could be really useful because this means I could communicate with followers or people coming to the event. Maybe we could have shared group chats, shared playlists for parties and such. There's so much potential on the back of this. It's a matter of time, like I said before, it becomes a social currency, literally like, oh, how many followers you got on Spotify? And now we're not just talking about the artists, talking about streams and listeners, we're talking about following and followers on a personal level. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this video. I just wanted to share this news. I thought it was really exciting. I'll make sure to leave a link to this to their website in the description. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.